Yeah, the other thing that I wanted to mention was the thing that the store manager wanted to yell at me for, even though I was helping him and helping the store. So it was inventory time, worst time of the year, of course, because they want us to count every single thing in the store while the store is still open and while we're still selling stuff. So it is a nightmarish time, of course. And so, like always, like the Walmart way, once you finish your work, you have to help other people with their work. And so they wanted me to count all the stuff in stationery, and of course, stationery includes shit like pencils, post it notes, erasers, so much small shit, paper clips. So I helped them. But at the time, at night, it was because I worked the night. I always used to work the night shift till midnight. At the time, my shit kept messing up my scanner because I needed a scanner and a printer because in order to do inventory, you have to scan all this stuff, enter the code, print it out, and then put it on this little piece of paper. And then that's inventory, basically. Well, my scanner wasn't really working, or my printer wasn't working. And the thing is, you can't just get printers. It's freaking rare for just a regular employee to get a printer also. Usually, all the managers have them. So I kept trying to get a printer here and there, and I really couldn't. I even asked the manager, hey, this isn't working. She tried to help me. It didn't really work. So what I did, I wrote out the UPC and the count for all the stuff that I counted. So I basically still counted everything. I just didn't print it out because my printer wasn't working. The UPC and the amount of stuff was written out. They could punch the UPC in and print it out. That's it. Apparently that wasn't good enough. The store manager was ranting and railing at the assistant manager and the department manager, the two managers over me, because it goes store manager, co-manager, assistant manager, department manager, and then me. Awesome. A shit ton of managers for people to yell at. Yeah. Anyways, so the assistant managers and the department managers talked to me, and they were super cool with it because they were fucking cool with me. And they're like, yeah, the fucking store manager was all ranting and railing and stuff. And he was like, should I fucking write up you or should I write up the manager? And I'm like, fucking let him write me up. I basically helped this other department. And I put it all right there for you guys. And you weren't satisfied? And then I told him my printer was fucking up. And all this shit. And so they're like, did you get with the manager? I was like, yes, I got with the manager. I got with this manager. And then later on, that manager ended up getting fired because they said that she played favorites. I think she played favorites because she kept pushing back against management. I remember when they were still building the super Walmart, because we were still working at the regular Walmart. We were working at the super Walmart, and she was so irritated. And I was just like, hey, what's wrong? And she's like, I'm about to talk to the Better Business Bureau because I've been working way too much overtime, basically, and this is bullshit. And so she was pushing back on the shit that mattered. And I remember when Super Walmart did open, they wanted us to take the money, the tills, from the back of the store and walk them to the front of the store where the cash office was while the store was still open because the store is 24 hours. And we live next to one of the dangerous cities in the United States. Or one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. That's Stockton, California. You can look that up if you like. So, of course, I said, yeah, I'm not fucking doing that. And the manager was like, they want you to do that? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. And then later on, guess what? She gets fired. So, yeah, this just keeps stacking on more and more to this bullshit of why this is like, what the fuck is going on with this? With Walmart, with just these lower ranking jobs, I guess you can say. They're lower ranking jobs because they pay people shitty. They pay people shitty wages and they treat people very poorly. Yet they're still huge companies, not just in the U.S., but in the entire world. They're even bigger in the U.S. than other parts of the world, like the United States and McDonald's, I believe. But they're just like, fuck it. You know, they just keep getting over on people. And that also reminded me, when I quit I remember my assistant manager at the time, he said, well, is there anything you can tell us so we can write down? Because, of course, the turnover rate at Walmart is pretty high. Any comments, basically. And I just basically pussed out. At that time, I was just cool with that assistant manager. And I guess maybe there's a part of me who that just was like, maybe if I do need money, I can come back to Walmart because they, it seems that they could really fucking use me, and then maybe I can just jump into a management position. So I didn't say anything. I was like, well, I just said small stuff. I was just like, yeah, I'm just, running over. I'm not making enough money. I don't have enough staff, basically. Just, small stuff, I guess. And then I just blamed it most on my anxiety. That was the reason that I quit, my anxiety. So I bitched out when it mattered then, I guess. But I don't know, man. This shit just keeps fucking wreaking havoc on my nerves or something and my mind, even though I left it. But it feels, I don't know, I guess it feels like I still need to help other people in some way. And there's one senator in the United States, Bernie Sanders, who has been trying to make some fair wages, because he said he put forth a bill that said if you're a huge company and you have employees that are on welfare because you don't pay them enough, full-time workers, not part-time workers, like full-time workers, and they still have to go on welfare or food stamps or whatever, that company will be taxed 100% the money that those people have to get from welfare. So, super simplified example, let's say a person is on welfare and they get $100 a month. Super simplified example, $100 a month from welfare. The company that they work for, let's say Walmart, would have to pay $100 in taxes per month for that person because they're not paying them a living wage. Of course, that law isn't in law yet, or that bill isn't in law yet. He's just pushing it forward, and because of that, Amazon raised the base pay to $15 an hour. But he's still targeting people like Walmart and McDonald's and stuff. And I've been seeing this for years and years and years. Multiple people have been seeing this, but they don't fight, really. A lot of times they just say, well, I need a job, I need money. And yeah, if I didn't live with my parents, I would need a job, or I would be living under a bridge, and I probably would be back at Walmart or something. But I'm just trying to run my own business while still living with my parents.